You see, this video is going to be reaction to discussion of Boruto. Next Generation episode 254. But anyway, the reaction is now going to commence. Okay, let's see. Oof, that's insulting. Really, you absolutely... Wow. You don't feel the same way because you're not willing to sacrifice. Oh. What? Wow! Yeah, what a character deaths though. Oof, this arc. Pain and hate. Take on all of this pain. What, you're allowing him to do it? They're not gonna allow this to happen. Are you going to? Come on, you're adults. I mean, Boruto is a prodigy god, but I'm worried. What's happening? Yeah. What is he thinking? Good plan. Stop this? Hello? I mean, yeah, obviously. He's actually just taking... Are you gonna fight or I don't know? Alright. Wow, he is actually serious about this. Do you believe he's going to give up? Ooh, animation. Is he trying to break Boruto? Huh? What do you mean? I mean, he didn't intentionally give his wife, it just happened. Are you actually considering of letting this happen? Whoa, is he kind of 100% gone at this point? Because it actually feels like it. Sarada? Mitsuki, you're pissing me off. Guys, you're not gonna allow this to happen. Boruto is an idiot. Don't let him kill himself. Don't let him... Why? This is unfathomable. No. I was once like you, literally 2 days ago, but hey, it's technically right. I mean, it is difficult to actually do it if you've never done it and he's a kid. Oh, animation. Are you just gonna let yourself... Okay. Stop saying his name and do something. Mangekyo Sharingan gonna awaken at this point. If you don't do anything, I'm sorry, I don't believe this. I'm sorry, at this point, if she actually believes Boruto is dead, the Mangekyo Sharingan is awakening. Like it's a fact. Bro, what do you want him to do? Create another bot? I mean, Ikada? I mean, obviously enough, I believe that if Boruto is serious, and he does maybe it proves it to Ikada. At this point, aren't you? I mean, he's not dead. I mean, I don't think he's dead. Ikada? No reaction? Oof. Yeah. Yeah. Do they really believe in Boruto that much? Wow. Okay. Oof. I don't know how to feel about this. Are you gonna attack her? Yeah. Oof. Sharingan? Oof. Oh, wow. God damn, Boruto, I'll give you that. You actually did it. I don't believe they also kind of ridiculous Sarada Sharingan hasn't awakened yet. But hey. Oh, okay. What? What? I mean, yeah. I mean, he's not gonna die. Momoshiki is a thing, but... Oh, yeah. The start of the arc. I guess we're not getting a fight. I'm really disappointed, but also very curious. There we go. Yo. Okay, this is neat. I guess this is Ikada's power. Whoa, Ikada. Okay, this is super cool looking. But what is your power again? Yeah, I mean, everyone is kind of intimidated. It's a cool looking power. Yeah, Arumi not happy. Wow. Whoa, it's bigger than the ship. That's neat. Yeah, it's such a cool power. I want to see it in action though. Overreacting. Oh, did they believe he was gonna be fine? Ah, this is ginormous! Yeah, but he succeeded. Wow, this was a test. The fact that Mitsuki and Sarada didn't do it, I feel like it's kind of out of character for them. But also, did he point it at them? Okay. Is Kawaki just gonna kill him all? Are you serious? Did Kawaki seriously just kill him? I'm frustrated, but I'm annoyed with Arumi dying. This was pathetic and worthless, but still. I'm fine with everything except the fact that they just killed off Arumi. This is quite ridiculous, though, everything that really happened. I mean, I guess Boruto won. Yeah, I suppose so. I guess so. Slightly rushed though. You should have waited for a little more. This is cool, but it should have been at least one episode of fight. You know what? I can accept Ikada. Just, I feel like this could have been executed better with 2 more episodes. I really have conflicted feelings on this episode. Like, it looked good. The episode did look good. I don't know. I don't know how to react. We never got to see his power. Apparently he was hyped beyond the wazoo. Ikada showed a very cool power. We got no action. But you see what's the problem? Even though I desperately desire that action, actually in the story, as in the arc, it is fair that it didn't end with this battle, with a battle. But also, in the Pain arc, at least we got the epic Pain against Naruto fight, and then we got, just the talk. So I think I really wanted at least a little bit of a fight. Perhaps. But this was so cool. I don't know how strong is Ikada. But the Water Dragon ability was super cool. Like, yeah, it was awesome. It looked cool. Really wanted to see what it does, but we didn't get the chance. Conflicted just doesn't start to begin how I feel about this. Like, don't get me wrong, the part with Kawaki killing Arumi, worst part of the entire arc, it's trash, I hate it. It honestly brings the arc down way more than I feel like it really should have. It's a horrendous mistake in personal opinion. It's a horrendous mistake. I actually despise that overall. It really brings down my overall opinion of the arc and this episode in particular drastically. But I do feel as if this really would have benefited from two things. First, one battle, just one. Because I feel like they really went in on the animation in this episode. It was very good looking. I appreciated it. I clearly enough we're building up some sort of issue between Kawaki and Team 7, which is fun. Like the problem is okay, just to cover the thing I really hated, we despise it and really sucks, is the fact that they killed Harumi in the way they did it, and that Kawaki did it with the fact that he disappeared, he didn't do anything. Rather, I hate everything that Kawaki did in the last two episodes. I hate how it was handled. I hate, just generally speaking, not character-wise. Character-wise is the one thing I'm fine with, that Kawaki did it. But I hate that we didn't get any fight with it. I get that it wasn't properly explained. I hate that in the way that it was shown. Just Kawaki killing Harumi, that whole thing that Kawaki is doing, except his mindset in doing it, is horrendous. I hate it. But overall, the episode, excluding that, just want to say I really hate that because we never get to see Harumi's ability. I really hate that we didn't get to see any of their abilities. Now Ikara is still alive, so we might get to see more of him. So he is okay. Frankly, that's the thing. I find the way that they did this with Ikada, mostly because Ikada is still in the story and he can play a role in the future. Araumi died without ever having a single fight. That is so horrible, I hate it. And clearly enough, now that proves that Chojuru is even weaker than I thought, because that guy was a threat to him even if it was 10 years ago, and Kawaki killed him that easily. That is annoying. Now, if Arumi is alive, even if he just got knocked out, that's awful. I hated that. Arumi is awful waste. I just that's honestly the death that's pissing me off most. I can accept Hebiichigo and Kagura as a motivation for Boruto to understand the things. And obviously, Funamushi, yeah. All of that makes sense and is a good build up to what happened in this episode. Funamushi dying in this episode feels like we don't have enough time to do the arc we want, so we're just gonna speedrun through this part, and if he's still alive, obviously enough more are gonna fight, so we have to kill him off. That is a waste, I hate it. Let's talk about something positive, because I'll be honest, even though I understand the point of the arc, I really wanted a single fight. Just one, and I feel like, sadly enough, Boruto needs to play to its strengths, and it needs to have these epic fights, otherwise not many people are going to be paying attention. And I feel like this arc, even though I personally enjoyed it, and it had its small moments, the biggest criticisms I have are obviously not the one I talked in depth about, I'm not going to mention it anymore, but the other one, this episode was good. You know what, that's the thing, I was going to say, I really wanted this to be at least one more episode. But honestly, the only thing I would have added is the fact that I really wanted Boruto and Tikara and everyone else to fight. That's all I really wanted. If we got that, and then Ikada decided, you know what, I'm gonna have this conversation with you after he was absolutely wrecking them, showed that he's so much stronger than them, give me some cool animation, and then we have a talk episode, and this is how we end it. You know what? Yeah, I feel like this really would have made Dark so much better. The one thing that culminates all my issues and actually would have fixed everything is we got one more episode, which was a fight, Kawaki against Teraumi. Perhaps Chojiro goes in there as well to show that Teraumi is not that weak. And the second thing is that Ikada fights Team 7. If those two things happened, and maybe give some Funato soldiers to Team 5 and the Swordsman. If you did that in a single episode, it was an amazing animation, absolutely ridiculously amazing, plus this episode, I would have been happy. We didn't get that, but let's just talk about what we got. I mean, as I said, I am fine with that. I accept that Ikado was unwilling to do anything, he was really hyping himself to do it, but after Boruto truly showed his resolve, he pretty much tried to off himself. He did, and he really would have done it if Ikara didn't intervene. But what is even more shocking to me is that Sarada and Mitsuki actually didn't do it. They were willing to follow Boruto's decision to actually sacrifice himself. Maybe they were expecting that Ikari is gonna change his mind, they were trusting him. Now, Boruto did say that no matter what happened, I don't want you to intervene. So were they hoping that perhaps something like this was going to happen where Ikado was gonna save him? Now, I do believe that Ikado could have been convinced, and obviously he was convinced. Like, yeah, just he was convinced not by the fact that Boruto was willing to give his wife, but by the fact that Mitsuki and Sarada were willing to not fight back after Boruto lost his wife. And I am shocked that they weren't, but I guess that really convinced Ikada. Here's the thing, I can't say that this Tokunjutsu is unrealistic because I feel like at that point, I don't care how much I hate anyone. And I guess, yeah, the words of Sarada and Mitsuki really did hit me, and it was incredibly emotional. I believed their pain, I really did, and the fact that they weren't willing to fight. I guess it's because I know how much Mitsuki and Sarada care about each other with Boruto. I mentioned it, but I feel like this Team 7 is really close, unlike the previous one. And yeah, I mean, it's the truth. No, that's the one thing I'm gonna say. Boruto is absolutely doing better. I actually do understand that these kids are friends, they care about each other. I really do believe that, unlike the previous one. I know they had their moments, but this is an actual team, in personal opinion. Anyway, though, I understand why Ikada didn't do it. It's perhaps because, as I said, I really understand that Mitsuki and Sarada care deeply about Boruto. So the fact that they weren't willing to fight, it honestly just, yeah, I mean, I think I get it. I think I do understand why Ikada was unwilling to do it. Especially the thing with Sarada mentioning that Boruto is like a brother to her with whom she has been pretty much the entirety of her life. And yeah, that obviously hit Ikada just on the right spot, obviously, So I mean I get it. Just yeah, it makes sense. I really wish they gave this one episode. This arc could have been amazing. It could have been the best Boruto arc. It really could have been if it really could have been so much. I feel like they could have done so much more, and they could have had this exact ending. Just remove the Romy part. I feel like that could be handled so much better, as I mentioned already. But excluding that, overall, I feel like they could have done everything else they did here with a couple more episodes. And I can't believe this, but this slow arc somehow ended too fast, in personal opinion. I mean, once again, I said I feel like one episode would have fixed my issues, but hey, overall, I don't know. Obviously, there is going to be one more wrap-up episode where we're gonna be dealing with everything. Clearly, the divide between Team 7 and Ikada. Kawaki is gonna continue on building up. I don't know what's the deal with that. But yeah, Ikada making that decision makes sense. Obviously he made the decision to go with the revenge quickly. So after seeing Boruto, and just I love that the conviction of Mitsuki and Sarada not willing to take revenge for Boruto and saying that if they did, that would be the complete opposite of what he wanted, and it would actually be disrespectful towards him. I loved it. But I also, no, actually, I have no issues with that. It makes sense. I am happy that Ikada was able to be convinced, because from their perspective, or at least from Ikada's perspective, even though he doesn't know about the Momoshiki thing, and I believe that Sarada and Mitsuki could have thought maybe on their back, on the back of their heads, Boruto's gonna live. But still, even if they were thinking that, they weren't certain, especially with the fact that the pills were supposedly gonna get rid of Momoshiki, so they actually really thought that at the very least they knew that Boruto is not gonna come out okay out of this. So yeah, they were unwilling to do anything, and I have such conflicting emotions about that, because I mean, they trusted him, and that really solved the war in the end. It did, but also precisely because, as I said, I feel like they're closer than the was Team 7. I feel like they would have intervened. But I do think that they really do trust in Boruto. I don't know. I don't know. I am conflicted. I just am really conflicted on everything that occurred. But I, I don't know what to say. I think this is hopefully, if not the end. Please, more episodes of this. I'm really enjoying this. Just have the wrap up also be good. I I don't know what they can do with it. I suppose we can have Naruto's opinion on everything, because I feel like this is one of the best moments of Boruto just in general, but also one of the biggest missed opportunities. It's difficult for me to say. So character wise, I feel like this is one of the best moments Boruto has had. I really do feel that way. And yeah, I do mean it, just in general, manga canon or not, this is one of the best moments. But also, is it gonna mean anything? Now, this is one of those moments where I am, please, 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 whatever you do, just the creators of the anime, the author, I just hope they do something like making Ikada the Mizukage in the future. If they do that, I feel like this arc is gonna get a lot of credit, but also I feel like they should not be over with it, which I don't think everything in the mist is covered, because we still have Shizuma, so that is something they do need to deal with, and I think that would be maybe a good conclusion of the overall mist arc, where perhaps the next time we come back here, we get Ikada and he's doing his time as a Miss Shinobi, because obviously, he caused a lot of issues, he pretty much started all of this, so I think a good conclusion to all of this would be, I mean, I mentioned that I want Ikara to become a shinobi of the Hidden Mist, and perhaps Shizuma is an assassin, he kills many people, awful things, and the next time we come back, Boruto and whoever's else there, perhaps some of the swordsmen, and maybe Ikara becomes one of the swordsmen as well. I mean, there's 7 swords, so he can become one of them. So yeah, maybe that happens, and we have Team 7 with them, and they go after Shizuma, and we have a cool moment, understanding of the arc. But the thing is, if Ikari is as powerful as he is, and you know what, let's talk about that. I'm excited about the future, there is a what they can do. One thing I'm happy about, Ikari is a wife, so they can do a lot with him, they really can. What they're gonna do with him, I don't know. But as I said, I'm desperately hoping they make him the Mizukage, I really am. Because his power seems cool, it wasn't explained even remotely. I'm wondering, I really am hoping that this is a Sumire situation, where maybe we get a hidden mist arc later in the manga. Oh my goodness, if that happens, I would love that so much. And it would probably piss off so many people, so I desperately hope it happens. Or maybe it's gonna make everyone happy, that we can actually have a legitimacy to a certain anime canon arc. Like the Sumire arc, that is 100% canon to the story, because obviously Sumire was added to the manga. But hey, it's besides the point. I just really hope they do something with Hikata. And even though I'm fine with how it ended, I just feel like there is so much more they can do with it. And I'm actually kind of. It's sad, because I do understand the point of the arc about the cycle of revenge and Boruto learning this lesson, which was, once again, as I said, an amazing emotional moment for all of these characters. And if it pays off much more in the future, it really can be one of the best emotional moments in Boruto. It depends once again what they do in the future with it. But I I really just wanted an epic fight on top of everything. I just really wanted an epic fight. I just desperately did. But hey, I guess we're not gonna see what that super cool dragon that he got summoned out of the water. That was so cool. And they mentioned the hidden power of the water dragon. It was so epic. He cleared the sky. the sunlight, obviously, of the metaphor of the fact that now everything is at peace and Ikado forgave them and his friends didn't seek revenge. He was convinced because of that. Once again, I appreciated that that's the reason why Ikado was convinced, and I do believe it. But I wanted to see what Ikada can do because that was a ginormous dragon, or at least it. Okay, let me see the scale actually because I feel like the scale was slightly off. Boruto, or rather Ikada, has never trained ninjutsu, or at least barely has the entirety of his life. So if this is what he can do at this age, right now, and he received this power literally hours ago actually, probably not even a day ago, or at max a day, Ikada can be insanely powerful, which is why, once again, I feel like you should give me more of what he can do. I don't know. It was super cool. Obviously, cool animation moments. I do appreciate them. But, yeah, just. Oh, and I also loved Mizuki's anger. I really did love it. I don't know. I am really, really intrigued to see what Ikada's power does. I'm so sad. I feel like the only power which we really got to see of a Funato member is Seirin's, and she died. I also. I really want Ikada to be a little more here so he can get more developed. Yeah. I mean, once again, if we do the thing which I am hoping they would, which we get a third mist arc where we continue with this story in particular, I would be fine with that. I just really wonder how they're gonna deal with it, and also if what they're gonna do with Ikada, because technically Ikada is a criminal. So as I said, the best solution for this arc and the best continuation with Ikada in the future would be if he becomes a hidden shinobi as a penance for pretty much causing this war, which thankfully enough was actually really stopped because of Boruto and Ikada, and Kawagi said it himself. The war was stopped because of those two. And yeah, just I, I, I mean, I don't know. I enjoy Kala. He's very cool, especially in this episode. I really believed he didn't care, but he actually acted. He wanted to see whether Boruto's resolve was actually legitimate, and it was. Testing the resolve of the son of Naruto. Yeah. Obviously enough, Ikada learned the absolute monstrous resolve that apparently runs in the family. And I do believe that moment was good. I just really enjoyed it. This episode had some really good moments. It just the thing with Aromi really drags it down for me. And the fear of this arc actually not having as much impact as I think it really should in the future. But hey, I'm still talking too soon. We'll see what's going to happen in the next episode. For now, I hope you had fun. There is a video there. Subscribe to my channel there, and bye.